call me Dr. B Serious, the medicine man. And the instrument that I've been playing is called Dr. B's medicine drum. It is an instrument used to reattune us and calibrate us to the original frequencies, the sacred frequencies of the planet and the cosmos. An instrument like this is made of metal, several different metals. Its workmanship, the shape, the size, and everything is attuned to an arc, created like an arc or a ship. And this particular shape cuts through the environment and opens up a space so that we can create whatever it is we desire in our lives. A lot of us are going through stress because we're not tuned. We're not calibrated to the planet anymore, because we don't walk with bare feet in the soil anymore. Many of us don't eat natural foods anymore. Many of us have been under mind control based on how we live, how we think, and we've begun to agree that unnatural things are natural. We begin to think that things that are created for us, things that are made for us and given to us, are good for us. And we begin to look away from the true art that we have within ourselves, the true creative spirit that we are born with as original people, because we have been brainwashed. Okay, I shouldn't say we've been brainwashed. Brainwashing might do us some good. We are under mind control, cognitive dissonance. So through music, you can control people. You control people through food, water, and sound. The frequencies that we use in music today are usually tuned to the concert pitch A440. A440 is the concert pitch that was used by Hitler to help create mind control. This frequency was adopted by people in the West to create subservience, a type of sharecropping where we become very complacent. By listening to those tones and frequencies, they change the way we live, they change the way we think, they change the way we react, they change the way we grow, the way we create. So in a place like America, where you have so much freeness, where people have money and they can go places and do things, you need to have something that keeps them on the farm mentally and physically. So through music, through food, and through water, they control people. So this instrument is created to help break the psychological binds and the boundaries and the chains that are chaining us down to things that keep us from rising to the higher dimension. This is 2012. In fact, this is September 2012. And if you think about September, the word sept means what? Seven. How come it's the 9th month? October. That means? Oct means 8, but it's the 10th month. November means 9. How come it's the 11th month? December, deci, means what? 10. How come they call it the 12th month? See, all of this causes distortion in your mind. You see what I'm saying? Changing the times. You know, spring up, fall back. Changing the frequencies of the natural order of the cosmos causes people to be out of control, causes people to lose the pathway that they naturally would be on if they lived closer to nature. So using something like the medicine drum as an instrument to help relieve stress, as an instrument to help reattune you to the original frequencies, as an instrument that helps to wake you up from the deep sleep that we've been in for 6,000 years, as an instrument used to keep you focused, to keep you clear, to keep you creative. This particular drum is tuned to A432. It's very important. A432. That frequency is in the natural frequency resonance of life, of the earth. Those frequencies are the frequencies that create life. The natural frequencies are the ones that promote living instead of promoting the life of the walking dead. You see, so this instrument, the medicine drum, this is the first one of its kind. We will have these out within about 2-3 weeks for people who desire to use one of these, to have one. You could just set it in your house, and the resonance of it, the frequency, because it's always vibrating, will change the resonant frequency of your home. See, a lot of people go home and it's like a prison. They have toxic home syndrome because the frequencies are off. They turn on the radio or they put on a record. Those particular frequencies are not the frequencies that cause you to be at your highest expression. A blade of grass, a leaf, a tree is always working on getting to its highest expression. No matter how many times you cut the grass, it keeps growing towards the sky. You see, we are under control. We don't normally use our highest expression because of fear. We usually are totally truncating ourselves. We're usually forgetting what we need to remember. You see, so what this does is it helps you remember who you originally are. It goes to your cellular frequencies, the natural cellular frequencies that create life within your body. So it helps you get to a space where you can create again, where you can get out of the farm, get out of the box. You begin to think differently. You begin to feel differently. It will make you start looking at your relationships in life. It will make you start thinking about what you're eating, what you're feeling, why you're feeling it. And also will help you forget the stuff from the past which is haunting you, like mental parasites. You see, there are memories that you think are still happening in your life. There's people who have had something happen in their childhood who will react to that memory today as if it's happening now. This is because all of the frequencies, all the confusion, all the food keeps them in a state where they can't release, they can't forget, and they can't be flexible. Medicine Drum helps you release, helps you grow, helps you create. For those of you who are looking to get rich, because this is the big thing, they giving you this illusion of some sort of a recession. The word recess means go play. You see, how come all of a sudden in 2012 we're in a recession? We've been in 3 recessions since we've been on the planet and we didn't know nothing about it. How come we know about this one? Because it creates more mental confusion. You see, it creates an illusion. And now you have the illusion of inclusion where you want to be down with people who basically, who have money, but are not happy. They're not joyful. They have things, but they don't have themselves. So in a year like 2012, we bring this instrument out for those who'd like to get rich, those who'd like to remember abundance, which is our natural path. That is the natural path that we were born on. We are rich people. We can create anything. We can get out of any situation, you see. But we need the right music, the right tones, the right frequencies, the right food, the right talk. We need the right type of love. We need the right type of energy that causes ascension. So the medicine drum is an instrument that helps you create what it is you desire. So if you do your prayers, your meditation, and you play this before and after, it helps that go down to your cellular body. And it locks it into every cell of your body so that your prayer, your meditation, your focus, your will, your entire being, for your reason for being here becomes a gateway for the universe to co-conspire with you to create whatever it is you desire. Medicine music is music that creates medicine in your life. Love, peace, harmony, and travel light. And don't forget the medicine drum. People can get in contact with me. You can go to elevationtime.com. Go to my website, elevationtime.com. I'm Dr. B Serious, Doctor, D-O-C-T-A-H, the letter B, which is based on the Sirius B. So Dr. B Serious, elevationtime.com. Or you can give me a call at 323-931-1212. That's 323-931-1212. So if you'd like a medicine drum, these are not on the website yet, but we're taking special orders. We also create some custom for people who are having special issues in their lives. We can custom create a drum exactly for your situation. So much love, peace, harmony, and travel light. It's elevation time.
Hey, this is Ruben Haru, filmmaker.
And my name is Dwayne Gates, filmmaker, videographer.
And we just got a new movie coming out called Where's the Black Love in Atlanta. We shot a couple of weeks ago. We're about to premiere it tomorrow night at the Cumberland Mall. It's 5 o'clock and 7:30.
Yeah.
And we definitely here at the West End right now, just trying to get the word out, let people know that the movie is coming out. We actually going to show it here in the West End area as well. So definitely come out and check it out. Where's the Black Love in Atlanta?
That's right.
That's the name of the movie. Controversial movie, but we just trying to deal with the real issue. Trying to deal with the real issue of the black love among our people, you know, and really confront it and create a solution as opposed to just talking about the problem.
That's right.
So that's pretty much what the movie is about. It got a lot of people from the city, community speaking on it. Got some professionals talking about it as well. So definitely going to be something I think everybody will learn from and love to have.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about promoting healing and understanding amongst men and women, black men and women, and repairing relationships and some of the hurt and that we've gone through as a people. So I think everybody can gain something from it. We interview people young and old and married couples and single people. So it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be really funny, and people are going to learn some things from it.
And tell them where they can get it from.
They can get it
go online right now.
Online and watch the trailer on YouTube. It's Where's the Black Love. You can look up Warren Haru, which is our director here.
Actually, Ruben Haru, RUBYNHERU, Ruben Haru, and then go to YouTube, put that in the search, and it'll pop right up, and you can check it out. And then from there, you can get all the information. You can contact us from there as well. So definitely look forward to seeing people this weekend and coming out and check out the movie. It's gonna be good. All right.
Thanks, prosperity.
Thank you.
Both of you.
Absolutely, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Hotep family.
Hotep.
Hotep.
Yeah, shalom, shalom. I'm Ak Ezra, right here at the Edenic Welcome Center, doing an interview for my brother, showing you what all we have in the store. Yeah, we have the oils and the natural soaps. You know, we need all natural ingredients for our skin, especially this day and time. We need the best that can help keep us vibrant and alive. We need no lead, no animal products in our soap. So I'm providing that for me and my people also. We also have the electric oil burners outside, keep the house smelling nice. They have a light on them, they look nice with any type of furniture. You can match it up yourself. We keep different paintings in also that comes from East Africa. These in particular from Kenya, made from banana leaf, handmade. Our people are very creative. Inside we have natural hair salon and a barber shop. So if you need your locks hooked up, maintenance, come holler at my sisters because they'll take care of you. We also have books, DVDs, just information and knowledge that can help uplift our people, no matter where you are, what group you with, you know, just universal principles that we all can benefit from. So come by and see me when you get a chance right here on Ralph David Abernathy at the Welcome Center. All right.
Thanks, big brother.
All the time. Likewise.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Mikael, also known as Michael Harris of L'Chaim Alkaline Water and also Juice Productions. Right here on the side, these are my alkaline drinks and this is my alkaline water. This here is my mango lemon tea. This is my alkalade, and sometime I also have my my ginger limeade, which is made of ginger, limes, lemons, and also the alkaline water. This right here is my peppermint tea, should I say peppermint sun tea, brewed in the sun. And this is my alkaline water, should I say L'Chaim alkaline water. The reason why I call it L'Chaim is because this means to life. To life, and if you ever seen the movie Messages in Water, you'll understand why I put the words to life on here. But if you get time, check the information out. You can go to my website at youtube.com/JuicePro33. That's JUICEPRO33. I'm also located in Little Five Points on Euclid Avenue. That's 1087 Euclid Avenue in Little Five Points, Atlanta, Georgia 30307. My number, in case you'd like to get in contact with me, is 770-572-5315. This water helps cleanse the body, detoxifies the body, purifies the body, hydrates the body, and it slows the aging down. So just sharing with you what alkaline water does for the body, as well as myself. So I'm out here doing a lot of things. I also share with you that I'm also with Juice Productions. I'm a dancer and choreographer. And you can guess my age, but at the end I'll tell you how old I really am. Just turned. But otherwise, if there's anything you want to share with me, please let me know or give me a contact. That's 770-572-5315.
Quick question, brother. What kind of information would you give to or inspiration would you give to someone who, as an entrepreneur, who might be looking to open up a business in the future, or maybe selling juices or different type of drinks, anything like that?
Okay, for anyone that wants and looking to be an entrepreneur, me myself, I do have internships or where you can sell for yourself and make some funds as well, because I'm in a few stores and I'm also in job making opportunity for different people, because I'm out here to help the people get well from all these different sicknesses and illnesses that's going on in the world today. So if you'd like to call me, please call me at 770-572-5315. And for anyone out there that wants to be an entrepreneur in anything they do or anything you do, just be strong in what you do, be confident, and be sure about yourself. Just do it. There's many things out here. There's many things out here in the world, and somebody's going to pick up to whatever it is. So if you're good at what you do, do it. I'm a dancer and choreographer, like I said. Been doing it for quite some time. If you go to YouTube and look at Imperio, Imperio, and check out Vini Vidi Vici. That was my first video I did in Europe. We sold 250,000 of our first single, put out 3 singles, 3 videos before we put out our first album. That style was the dance floor style, and that was done back in '94. Right after that, we had another song called Quo Vadis on YouTube with Imperial as well. You'll see me, I'm the only guy in the video. You'll see me dancing there. And the third one is Nostra Cupa. And as I was saying, this was the Roman style, but the music was dance floor. So anything you got your mind to, just do it, and guaranteed it's going to make it. If anything, stay out here, stay positive to your people, not just your people, to all people, because we're all in this together, if you know what I mean. If you don't, give me a call, and I'll let you know. Otherwise, hit me up. I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget that Juice Pro 33 on YouTube. Thank you for your time, your patience, and your listening ear. Peace.
Yes, this is Charles Dixon over here at Healthful Essence, and now we got the Healthy Essence food truck getting ready to hit the street soon. And basically, let me tell you about Healthful Essence. We started in 1987, Brooklyn, New York, also the Bronx. We did work in Manhattan by the World Trade Center for years, from 87 on to about 98. Then we came down to Atlanta, Georgia, and opened up on Cascade Road. That's our first location, and from there we had a location on Glenwood Avenue. Then we have another location we had in Little Five Points, that was on Euclid Ave at the Four Corners Market. And now we're here at 875 York Avenue with our new location. This is 5 years now, almost, in this new location. But we've been doing this since for a while, so about almost 30 years, 35 years now, right? It's been a minute. It's been in the works since the 70s from the creator, Princess Dixon, which is my mother. So it's been a long time in the work, and ever since before me. Well, I'm just here to finish it off and bring the legacy to a whole nother level. Now we on to the food trucks. We're going to be hitting the streets with that. And basically, let me show you what we got here on our menu. We provide everything you need right here. Everything you need. We got the raw cheesecake and everything on there. We got some sweet potato pie. We do it all.
Tell us about some of the stuff on there. Tell us about some of the dishes that you have.
Well, some of the dishes we had, we got curry on goat, curry vegetables. Well, the ungoat is soy protein, soy base, meat substitute. And we do jerk on duck, which is made from a bean curd, which is real spicy. And we do barbecue tofu, which is, I heard, is the best in the South. I have not tasted anything better yet. We gotta have a challenge one day. Somebody want to make some barbecue tofu. We could come on and do a cook-off or something. All right. Then we do rotis. We do all type of raw salads. We do smoothies, especially. We #1 with the smoothies out here. All real fruit, hand cut fruit, frozen ourselves. We do alkaline water. We do have that for sale. You can get it for $3 a gallon with your bottle. We do it with our bottle. It's $4. However you want to do it. Some places you go, you're gonna pay more. So we're trying to give people a little, discount on certain things also. It ain't got to be expensive to eat all the time, but it does cost. So we try to provide a little bit of, leeway for people to eat, a little costly and healthy. All right, brother. Thank you.
Tell us where you're located.
We are located here at 875 York Avenue. As you can see, I don't know if you can see up here. You could go up front and look at the sign. Got a little sign up front. Okay.
And phone number?
Phone number is 806, which is 404-806-0830.
And you do cater.
We do cater.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Prosperity to you.
Thank you, my brother. Peace.
Peace and blessings, beloveds. I am Astarius Miraculi, and my website is astarius.com. That's www.astarius.com. ASTARIUS.com. And this that I'm holding here is a didgeridoo. This is one that I made of agave cactus, the century plant. In Australia, via the Aborigines, the didgeridoo is made of the eucalyptus tree. I love the agave in that it's a very lightweight, and being a sound healer and always wielding the instrument around other people's bodies, it's really good for it to be that way. But the sound is basically the same. The didgeridoo was brought to the world through the tribal Aborigines of Australia, and honor, praise, and thanks to them for being the keepers of this instrument and seeing to it that the world could benefit from the blessing of it. When I play this instrument, I play with circular breathing, meaning that when I take an inhalation, there's still a stream of air being blown out, and therefore there are no gaps in the sound. And the uninterrupted sound is a reflection of the endless nature of eternity. So it's waking up the eternal connection that exists within your being and calling you home to your absoluteness. And it has overtones also. It has a basic a bass tone, which is the deeper tone, and a lot of overtones. Same as this vocal harmonics that I do with my voice that has a bass low tone and then overtones. And that goes like this. So your being will never be the same by virtue of that one tone. If you pay close attention, beloved, you may notice that there's a great stillness inside of your body and all around your body, because it brings about this connection to the divine that exists within. I can create those tones with this three-dimensional body, yet the tones themselves are not from this three-dimensional plane. These are celestial tones from the fifth dimension and beyond. And so when they're brought forth as a sonic baptism upon the flesh and the soul, then it calls the being home to the absoluteness and brings about this expansiveness and awareness of connection to source. Sound is the primordial first cause. It is that by which all things are brought into being. Even Scripture says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. And that Word is at resonance with sound. It says, the earth was void and without form, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. All of the blessedness that we seek in life always exists within the eternal void. Void and without form, but just not manifest yet. So when we use the resonance of sound, we're able to usher our intentions into crystallized manifestation. We manifest the things that we want to experience via the sound currents. I am an ascension ambassador. I champion the cause of the ascension, which is basically the reabsorption of our being back into that absoluteness where we are in a state of cosmic consciousness and total enlightenment. Because we do have the availability of that, despite the fact that the average one is only using about 10% of the mind and brain capacity. That other 90% is connected to source, connected to the Most High, and it is available to us. And sound is a frequency that we can use in order to reconnect with this great resonance of sound. So I'd like to take these last few moments to remind you of your magnificence, that you are a magnificent being with or without whatever that is you think you need. You are magnificent. That's how the Most High sees you. And it's time for you to own all of who you are. No more renting with option to buy. Own all of who you are, because you are that great blessing that was given unto you by our Creator. So remember the divinity of your being, and I affirm this for us all. We remember who we are. We remember where we're from. We remember what we're for. We remember where we're bound. We remember we're divine. What was lost, we have now found. We remember, and we are walking on wings, riding the bliss ascension brings. And incidentally, Walking on Wings is the title of my radio show, Walking on Wings Ascension Radio, which airs every Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. blogtalkradio.com/Miraculi, my last name, Miraculi, Miraculi. So I love you so much, beloveds, and wish you the best that eternity has to offer, and encourage you to be self-acknowledging and validating. Self-validation is the salary that you pay yourself for doing your life, and it's not kind to work for yourself without pay. So be an acknowledgement of yourself for the things that you've brought forth onto life, your creations. And if they seem to be small, get your magnifying glass out and maximize the minimum. And the next thing you know, the minimum becomes the maximum. Up at the top, there's room for all. It's just the bottom that's crowded, y'all. Again, I am Astarius Miraculi. I love you so much. Aho, Ashe, Amen, Namaste. just let me have your attention for a moment before you go all the way in. Just making eye contact with me. Weird, but okay.
Come right here.
Okay, thank you. Eye contact. We tap in and really accentuate the healing flow through the connection. This healing is given to you and me and every being in all existence, included in helping in your healing. And on behalf of any man, woman, being, or thing that ever hurt you in any lifetime, I, as representative of every man, woman, being, and thing, apologize to you. Breathe that in. By the grace of God, Goddess, the Most High, we give back to you any power ever falsely taken from you by any man, woman, being, or thing in any lifetime. And we hold sacred space for you to take back any power you ever falsely gave away to any man, woman, being, or thing in any lifetime. Calling back all of your fragments and soul pieces for your wholeness and your ascension. Take a deep, slow breath. Deep, 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 deep. Hold. Exhale slowly. Keep exhaling out, down, 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 letting go of everything that you don't need. And then pause and breathe in again. This is how you get the breath to breathe you. Breathe like that. And know that the expansion of the universe is at the mercy of your personal growth. So let yourself expand and grow through this. Simmering in the afterglow, knowing that that energy is going to continue to work on your behalf. It's a trailing afterglow that will continue with you. You feel a counterpart of that energy given to the all that is, every being in all existence, everywhere and every wind, being blessed by virtue of that which you have received. Know that the universe will never be the same by virtue of what you were willing to receive. You have changed the fabric of the universe just by receiving for yourself. Aho, Ashe, Amen, Namaste.
Now, just from having learned how to be in competition with everything, because that's how we make money, to buy basic necessities. Let me ask you a question. What was Roman money called? Anybody know what Roman money was called? Okay, Roman money was called talents. So people would go around looking for people who had talent. That means they were looking for somebody that had something that was saleable, that money could buy it, you could purchase it. But then again, the government owned all the money. So that means if you had talent, you were automatically owned by the government. Because Roman money was called talent. So if somebody asked me now, I said, do you have talent? Or any talent at all? I said, no, I've got abilities. I don't have talent.
Greetings. My name is Tassili Ma'at, and I am the owner at Tassili's Raw Reality, located in the historic West End, 1059 Ralph David Abernathy in Atlanta, Georgia. We also have a second location at the Boxcar Grocers, which is in Castleberry Hill Art District on Peters Street. It's actually the corner of Peters and Fair, and we're right inside of the Boxcar Grocers. Gotta come check us out. We're growing, and as we grow, you grow too. We get a chance to now just talk about what it's like to be able to serve in the community that I have lived in for the past 26 years. In moving here from California, I wanted to be part of an artistic and cultural community, and the West End has certainly been that. As a part of my upbringing, it was really important to me to be able to give back to the community. And based upon the Nguzo Saba, which are the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, I really related to the principle of Kuumba, which is creativity, which, tells us to go into a place and leave it more beautiful than you found it. And so that's what I've done here at the Raw Reality. And Nia, which is another principle of Kwanzaa, deals with purpose, having a sense of purpose. And Imani, which is the day we actually opened on, deals with the whole idea of faith, believing in yourself, knowing you can do something even if you don't see the means right in front of you. I actually have gone through the Nguzo Saba kind of backwards, but, and starting from the beginning, unity, umoja, and then kujichagulia, which is self-determination. Then ujima, which is, ujima, which is cooperative, collective work and responsibility. And then ujima, you know what, I think I got it backwards, excuse me. Ujima is collective work and responsibility, and Ujamaa is cooperative economics. And then, of course, we go into Kuumba and Nia and Imani. And so I've lived by that. You have a lot of folks that only celebrate Kwanzaa at the end of the year when those 7 days come into effect. But I've been blessed to live it, and I'm grateful as a way in which to honor my ancestors, to honor those who are not yet born, and certainly to honor those who are here. And as I have taken an assessment of people on the planet, and particularly those of color, and particularly those who are Africans here in America, I've seen that whereas we used to be the healthiest people on the planet, now we are in fact the sickest people on the planet. And it's by design. We have food deserts in our community where there are stores. Many times the stores provide inferior quality food. And then the whole question of education and our people not knowing what to do with the food that is available for them, that is actually nutritious for them. And it is a misnomer that you can't get good nutrition or good food in the hood. You can. You just have to know what you're looking for, how to prepare it, and be about the business of eating it. You can also grow it. As you see, we have a garden here. We have our marigolds, which are our natural pesticide. They keep a lot of bugs away. A lot of little animals, rodents and things, they don't come around just from planting marigolds. You can also plant garlic around your garden. And again, it's a great way to have just a natural pesticide. You can have ladybugs. Ladybugs eat a lot of the other little smaller bugs that would try to invade. But we have growing here some wonderful Roma tomatoes. We just had okra a couple weeks ago. We've had peppers. And it's so fulfilling to eat something that you've grown yourself. We have many people who actually assist us. And Mr. Anderson from the company You Grow, We Grow. Oh, no, it's We Grow, You Grow. Gotta excuse me, please. My energy has been kind of all over the place today, but I'm grateful to be here with you. And so Mr. Anderson is a very viable part of the Raw Reality family. He comes and he takes care of the gardens for us, and we plan to expand it through a grant next year. It's our goal to write one and actually do a raised bed garden in the parking lot across the wall. It's a huge asphalt parking lot, and we want to make it green, as it's a dead zone right now, and really a blight in the community because it's really not used. So all of that is a part of sustainability. And what is sustainability? And that means being able to live in harmony with nature and sustain oneself by being able to interact in a healthy way with nature and with other people, and with the animals. And so it's really a holistic approach to living. So at the Raw Reality, we pride ourselves in not only having good food with a high nutritional value, but it's delicious. And that is something that I think is so crucial, because it doesn't matter how healthy the food is. If it doesn't taste good, people aren't going to eat it. And that's really the bottom line. It's my goal to provide food that people can have at an affordable rate. They can have it quick, and they can have it as often as they like. So therefore, we're open 7 days a week. We open at 12. We are considering doing a breakfast so that folks who are on the go can have something wholesome to eat here in the morning before they start their day, their new day. We are open late night on Saturday night for folks who are out partying and they, don't want to go to the couple of all-night spots. I won't mention their names, but we all know who they are. They have the option of coming here and getting really good food, and occasionally we have really nice entertainment too. We're really about the business of being a bridge for people from where they are to where they want to go, which is ultimately optimal health. As a vegan vegetarian of 26 years, I thought when I went into the live foods or raw food business that my goal was to feed raw foodists. But I quickly realized that the majority of raw food purists make their own food. They don't really eat out very often. And so although we do have items that they eat and they do support the business, they're not really our target market. The target market happens to be people who are vegetarian and they happen to want to eat live 3 or 4 times a week. The other portion of our target market was a complete surprise to me, and that is the 50% of our clientele who still eats meat, and 50% of them don't have any intention of giving it up. And what I realized was that it's really not about telling people what they need to do or what they don't need to do, because everybody's body is different and we have different seasons in our lives that we have to honor. So, for example, something that I may be doing now, I may not need to do next year or 5 years from now, or maybe I will, but maybe I'll be adding something to it. I think it's so important to be present in your own life and to honor your life, to honor the seasons and cycles, and to recognize that as long as you're doing something that's healthy, then it's about honoring that, because you're honoring yourself. You're loving yourself first. And so as a result, I encourage people who are meat eaters to eat it only 2 or 3 times a week rather than eating it 2 or 3 times a day. What that allows for is for the meat to actually digest, because many people don't know that it takes 72 hours for meat to digest in your system. So if you are allowing for your body to do what it does, then you're going to give it a good 3 days. Also, you have to consider too that meat would not be left out on the counter in the regular temperatures that we live in, anywhere from 40 to 90 degrees. You would definitely not leave it sitting out on the counter for any length of time. But think about it, your body is 96 degrees all the time, unless you have a fever. And so when you eat the meat, then it's in your system, sitting there, putrefying. And if you're piling it upon itself, then of course that's when you begin to get backed up and end up with disease over a period of time, because the body just simply can't handle the constant heavy consumption. And not only are you consuming the flesh, but you're actually consuming the steroids, the antibodies, the hormones that they're feeding the animals so that the animals can be fat. People are wondering why men are developing breasts, and why little girls are having breasts and having their periods at 6 and 7 years old. Well, guess what? The meat that they feed folks are feminine animals. They're female animals. They give them growth hormones so that they can fatten up. They give them estrogen. And so that's what is causing the problem. So, we have to be mindful of what's going on. And it's not to scare you, but it's just to say, okay, if you're going to consume meat, then be intelligent about it. Again, if you're eating it 2 or 3 times a week, then you can actually afford the healthy meat, the better quality meat, the free-range chickens, the corn-fed cows, real animals that have real animal lives. Therefore, you don't have to worry about them being tortured and slaughtered, and thus eating the adrenaline, the fear that they feel, and the resentment they feel. And you can allow for your body to digest it in its own natural cycle. So it becomes a win-win situation. When you're actually choosing life, you'll find that the more vegetables, fruits and vegetables that you eat that are fresh and live, the less cooked foods and heavy-duty foods like meat will you want anyway. You know, your body is going to start craving more life because, again, the body can only work with what you give it. Life begets itself. So at the end of the day, it's about listening to yourself, realizing that your body is a laboratory. It's there for you to explore, experiment, because we've all been programmed to think that, okay, we got to have the 3 square meals a day and it's got to consist primarily of protein and so on. But if you think about it, the most powerful animals on the planet are all vegetarian. Your elephants, your horses, your cows, your hippopotamuses, your gorillas, and so on. They're all vegetarian. And when you consider that we're all a part of the food chain, each one of us is designed to be able to eat the foods that best suits the way our body is constructed. But in fact, we end up being products of our environment and eat a lot of junk. So if you're really, really beginning to honor yourself, you want to be sure that you're taking the time to listen and to choose life. It simply comes down to that. Get your protein from vegetables, from nuts, from seeds, from seaweed. There's so many sources of vegetable protein that you can acquire. It's also a good idea to supplement because, why? The soil is depleted. So unless you are really revitalizing your soil, the soil can only produce food at the level of quality that it actually has itself. So you want to either fertilize your vegetables with compost that you've created yourself, or you want to be sure that you are getting some really good healthy organic fertilizer so that your food will be grown in a healthy way. Ultimately, being able to feed the mind, body, and spirit is what we're all about. We have the I Am Ascension Temple upstairs, which is a holistic healing center where people can come and get massage, reflexology, Reiki. They can get spiritual counseling through astrology, through readings. They can buy sacred adornment, crystals. There are books that they can come and read. We also have speakers and workshops, so that people can actually interact with master teachers who have devoted their life to study. And study in a way that is going to actually uplift us, not enslave us to the intellect or to the pocketbook. And so here at the Raw Reality, again, you'll find a very warm and loving environment where we really practice what we preach, in that most of the people that work at the Raw Reality are vegetarian. They have to all be of a pleasant disposition, because if they're going to be handling the food, they absolutely have to be positive so that their energies going into the food is a positive energy. I really give thanks and praises for the opportunity to be able to serve. I've been a raw foodist for the past 5 years, and I can never see myself going back to anything but. Now, I do have to also say, though, that I am 98 to 95% raw. In the summer, for all intent and purpose, I'm 100%. But I always leave that at least a 2% margin for life, meaning that if I want to be able to have something hot, I have it. At this point in life, I'm very clear that balance is key, and living in grace is what the Creator wants for us. We're the ones who determine whether that happens or not, and it all has to do with our outlook. So when you're loving yourself, you feed yourself life, and it's really just that simple. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I got a yoga class to go and teach, though. Yoga is definitely a part of well-being, as is meditation, as is treating yourself well, treating your neighbors well, treating your children well, treating the animals, the ground. I mean, are you a litter bug? Something as simple as just picking up the trash makes a difference. It helps to purify the environment. And what are your thoughts like? Are you complaining all the time? even if just in your own mind, it's still not being appreciative of the blessing of life that we all share. So, word to the wise, choose life. I love you. Peace and blessings. Some of our wonderful delicacies are the spicy kale salad, the Moroccan couscous, the Karamu couscous. We have black eyed pea hummus, rainbow seaweed salad, mellow portobello mushrooms. We have our nori rolls, which everyone loves so much. The African carob cake. We have a whole array of things that people can really enjoy. We, of course, have sorrel to drink. We have our sea moss and a variety of other things, including our iced coffee, which is made with the Organogold coffee. And Organogold is really special because it includes the reishi mushroom in it. The reishi mushroom nullifies the negative effects of caffeine. So you get an energy boost while getting your immune system boosted. And so we really strive to have the very best quality of everything here. Come on, enjoy.
Hey, everybody I know, I point them to Taisili's Raw Food Reality. It's just a given thing. There's not a lot of places I'm aware of here in Atlanta that you can go and get great food at such a reasonable price. So I tell everybody, come on down to Taisili's Reality, because that's where you're going to get much nourishment, and when you leave, you're going to leave with a smile.
Greetings, Mr. Anderson here with I Grow You Grow. Biz, where my kitchen garden is your kitchen garden. And today we're at Taisili's Raw Reality, and the brother asked me to give him a little ism on what we're doing out here in the front garden. We have a produce garden out in the back, but we'll just give you a quick little tour of what's going on up front, give you a few little tips and tricks to get you through it. So what you're looking at right here is a strawberry plant. And strawberries are notorious for being, this is probably a June berry. You can do a planting in the spring and it'll die down in the summertime with the heat, and as it cools off, it'll start back reproducing. So it's about to start reproducing again. And we got a patron here. So we got right here is the purple tiger pepper. And what this is a hot pepper that has tricolor pepper. So the leaves are variegated. As you can see, you got green, purple, and white. And then the pepper, it will start out purple and it'll go to a yellowish color and then end up as a red. And there you can see one in the phase of going through the colors. And it's pretty hot. That's why they call it a tiger pepper, because it'll grab you and then it'll come down. This here is Swiss chard. And this is in the beet family actually, but you just eat the tops. And this can be used for juicing and all types of stuff. And then you have marigold. This is a marigold flower, and what a marigold is like companion planting. It helps ward off certain insects and things of that nature. This is a mint plant. This is rosemary, the mental herb. Rosemary, more mint, rosemary. Then we come around. If you notice, all this pine straw here is just for mulch. And if you use a heavy mulch, it conserves water and it keeps the soil moist, and the plant likes moisture. So if you use a heavy layer of mulch, you can also use hay straw to mulch, and it'll keep the sun from beating down on the soil and making it real crusty, because if it get compacted, it'll suffocate your roots and such. So this is a tomato plant, and here in Georgia we're in zone 7, so you can still have tomatoes going well into the fall. We still have another tiger pepper plant. This is a bell pepper plant. More tomatoes. You can see we got one ready here. And what I'm doing now is I'm getting ready for the fall. I'm transitioning into the fall, and in the fall, collard greens grow very well. This is collard greens, and kale grows very well. So I have a transplant here, a young seedling that I'm going to go ahead and plant in so that we can have transition into the fall, because as it gets colder, these tomato plants and pepper plants will die off. And I will continue to reach out with the kale and the cool weather vegetables. Right. So this is parsley and this is sage. Everybody loves sage. Yes. This is sage. So if I wanted to plant that, I would just, with my trowel, break up the soil real good, get it down in, get you a good push in, cover it back with the mulch, and water it in well. And you want to keep your spacing. Your hand is about 8 inches, so you want a good spacing in between your plants so you can stagger start it. But you want a companion, and you got your fall vegetables here and your spring and summer on the outside, and as they die off you can transition in. If you wanted to get any information or get one-on-one coaching, I can help you out with that. You can reach me at www.igrowugrow.biz. That's IGROWUGROW.biz, not .com. And you can also call at 678-235-5772. 678-235-5772. And I'll get you a garden consultation. We do on-site visits. We'll come out to your daycares, your churches, your schools, whatever, and we'll get you growing so you can produce your produce. Fare you well.
So tell us a good reason why it's good to grow your own produce.
Well, it's always good to grow your own because it leads you on a road to food independence. Because as you know, one day things could happen to where you can't just go buy your own. So you need to learn the techniques for your food independence, because self-sustainability is the key in this day and age. And it'll also supplement your income. If you can figure out how to grow your own vegetables and feed yourself, that's a major part of your finances. So the more energy and time you invest into it, the more it'll return the investment. Not to mention the health benefits that come along with growing your own vegetables, because you're in control. If they put a label of organic on the food, that's regulated by the government, and the government allows a certain percentage of natural products and a certain percentage of non-natural products. So you don't really know what that consists of. So the only way to be 100% certain is to produce your own produce. And the question was, you know, why is it important, in case y'all didn't hear the brother, to grow your own vegetables? So I hope that helped you. Fare you well, Mr. Anderson.
Yes, indeed.
Hi, my name is Robert Thompson, and I'm the president of Southwest Atlanta Growers Cooperative. And we are a cooperative of local farmers here in the West End and Southwest Atlanta. And each Sunday at the Wren's Nest, that's 1050 Ralph David Abernathy, we have a farmers market. And we have local farmers come and they bring their produce. Patchwork City Farms, which is located at Brown Middle School at Beecher and Peoples Street, is one of our major farmers, and they bring their produce. They are certified naturally grown farmers, two young sisters that live in the West End, and we also have Haleen from West End Urban Garden and Nursery, and we have Vanessa Turner from Healthy, Happy, and Green. We also have Vicki Smith, who is she is a botanist and she does plant displays. So we have a selection of farmers and artists here who are all local folks who are dedicated to not only providing a healthy alternative, but also economic development. This farmers market is providing jobs and employment for people, and so we suggest and recommend highly that you come and check us out every Sunday from 12 to 4 p.m. at the Wren's Nest. That's 1050 Ralph David Abernathy, and we'll be here until November 18th, the weekend before Thanksgiving. So come by and support local farmers.
If somebody wants to vend here,
okay, you can go to our website, which is www.southwestatlantagrowerscoop.com. at yahoo.com. I mean, that's our email address is swag, SWAG co-op at yahoo.com. And you'll find the contact information, or you can call me directly. My telephone number is 404-399-3790. It only costs $5 to set up a booth here for our first year. First come is farmers and people who are selling natural foods, and then we also have space, a limited amount of space for non-food artists. All artists have to be local and actually produce. We don't do resell, but if you make something, you can come here and sell it for $5 each Sunday.
Thanks, Mr. Robert.
Okay,
Appreciate
thank you.
Hey, this is Vanessa Turner from Living Healthy, Happy, and Green, and this is my area right here. Everything here is organic or made from natural, comes from natural farms. This came out of my garden, this came out of my garden, these came out of my garden, this came out of my garden, those came out of my garden. This is organic grapes. And everything is economical. The whole thing with Living Healthy, Happy, and Green is to show people you can eat, and you can eat healthy, and you can eat for relatively a low price other than the preservative and canned and processed foods that you get in the stores. The cool thing we do is we have our canned products too. And everything, as soon as it comes out of the garden, it goes right into jars which are produced by a commercial maker. And we have bread and butter relish. We have stewed tomatoes, which is great in soups or okra bases, and even your spaghetti sauce. And we have blackberry jam. We also have jalapeno peppers in a vinegar, in vinegar, and those are to die for, because all you put it on, once you put it on your greens or your cabbage or something, it mellows out and gives the best taste you will not believe. And then I also have the body care products, which are organic, also comes from organic manufacturer, and all the products in there are organic. And they're great for cuticles, around your ankles, for swelling, particularly with the coffee scrub, and the pepper scrubs are great for the ankles and it helps reduce some swelling. And then the other salt glows are great for the hands as well. And then we have salads here that you can get, and they're only 50 cents. And we have a basil lemonade that's 50 cents also a cup. So it's great price. It introduces folks to all kinds of different things you can eat. And we will eventually, hopefully in the next month, have recipes where you can learn to make some of the things that we do here in our jars, or use the products so that you can have some variety in your diet throughout the week. Oh, and we also have a last thing. We do a festival every year. We have one coming up the first week in November. It's called Living Healthy, Happy, and Green Harvest Fest. It's all about sustainable living. We'll have vendors that do focus on sustainable services and products, indie artists. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully everybody will come out and visit. Okay? At livinghealthyhappyandgreen.com. That's livinghealthyhappyandgreen.com.
I'm Vicki White, and I'm at the Wren's Nest Farmers Market. I also have a website, VickiPurpleBear.com. I do arts and crafts, flower arrangements, and wooden letters that can be customized with your name and any particulars, any colors. We have cards. I make all occasional cards that are also customized cards. Thank you.
Wow, awesome, awesome. And can you spell your website for us?
Oh, yes. Vicki, V-I-C-K-I-E, Purple, P-U-R-P-L-E, Bear, B-E-A-R.com.
Awesome, Vicki. Prosperity to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Umar, part owner of Back to Natural Hair Salon, Hair Studio, and
I'm Anava, part owner of Back to Natural Beauty here at 1061 Ralph David Abernathy in the historical West End. Here I do natural hair only, and we do color as well. We don't do any relaxed hair, add perms or relaxers here. We do transitioning for people who are interested in going back to natural from processed hair. With that technique, we'll start with maybe some twist styles, braiding styles, maybe add hair here and there until they have grown their hair out to a comfortable length where they can cut most of the relaxer off. Or some people like to go with the big chop and cut all their hair off at once. So.
Okay, and how long have you been doing what you do?
It is about 8 years now. Yeah. I started right here in the West End at another shop.
I've been doing hair personally for 11 years.
Some of the biggest challenges, I can't think of anything that was a huge hurdle to climb over, because I feel like I'm a people's person. People warm up to me. I have good customer skills, relations, so making people feel comfortable and just achieving the styles, listening to them to make sure that I achieve the style they want comes pretty natural.
Mainly just staying in business, just being able to stay in business.
Okay. And what kind of insight would you give someone trying to maybe do hair or something like that in the future?
Just know as much as you can about the health of the hair. A lot of people go into this, and that's in any industry. If something gets hot, then everybody wants to go into it saying, yeah, I'm that professional. However, with this, it's more so knowing about natural hair and the health of hair. I took some time out, even though I didn't need to go to cosmetology school, and it's something that I wouldn't give back, because I learned a lot about the quality of hair, scalp, skin, even the body, muscles in the face and scalp and neck and things like that. So it's a lot to learn, and if you love your craft, you'll want to learn as much as you can about everything that's engulfed in that.
Well, I would say if that's your goals, just hang in there, Try not to move from spot to spot, because that hurts your business too. When you move and clientele has to follow you, you lose a lot of people. So that's what I would have to say.
What's the difference in someone coming over here to get their hair done or someone going, up the block to get their hair done?
Well, I don't want to badmouth anybody else's shop, but what we do here is we have a niche where we want you to feel most comfortable. And everybody that comes in here says they love the atmosphere, how we treat them. You're not going to come in here and be surrounded by people that are cursing and any type of foul language or foul interactions. So we provide a more natural approach to your hair. So when you come in, you're going to smell natural. You're going to smell essential oils. We to lock the hair, we use a natural blend of aloe vera gel and other oils rather than the more synthetic gels that are sold in the stores. So we also try and use most products that you can ingest or put on your skin. We use those in your hair, like the shea butters, coconut oils, mango butters, things like that, and a host of herbs and essential oils as well.
The experience.
The experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just don't get a haircut. You get the good energy for one, and it's more than a haircut. It's just some people come through the barbershop just get in and get out, turn and flip dollar. You get the experience of getting a good haircut and relaxing. Good environment.
Again, my name is Anava. I'm owner of Back to Natural, and you can find us on Facebook at Backspace the number 2 space natural. Please come on and like our page. You can call the shop at 678-708-6332, and my personal number 678-939-7707.
Health is wealth. Eating right, and you find that eating right and exercising would eliminate a whole lot of problems that people are having now today, you know, and it will cancel out all those doctor's appointments, whatnot. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Yetunde, and I am the owner of Nomadic Merchant Incorporated. We deal with shea butter, black soap, oils, incense, all of which are handmade. Some of our products come from Africa, Ghana to be specific, and we have other products that come from Paris, England. We have products here in America as far as our essential oils go and things of that nature. Some products, of course, come from China as far as our incense and things. We also have goat's milk soap, which is organically and locally made and grown. And we have body oils as well. And we also sell essential oils. And we can be reached at www.nomadic with a Q, nomadicmerchant.store, NV, and that's STORENVY.com. Or you can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Nomadic Inc. That's NOMADIQINC. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
Peace, family. This is Asar Kiti, known as the Bookman, the West End Bookman, actually the Atlanta Bookman, because I be everywhere. I be in Lithonia, Decatur, the West End, right? And what we're doing is providing the community with books that can enlighten the mind, the body, and the spirit. We're out here every day, even right here on the side of Tassili's Raw Reality, Raw Food Restaurant, or across the street from Soul Veg Restaurant, Soul Vegetarian Restaurant. And I'm here, you know, family here to help provide that and, you know, support, you know. And, yeah, let me tell y'all about a few of the books here. First, we have one book here that I keep and I carry a lot of, and this was the first religious text known to man. It was the first religious text known to man. It's the pyramid text. It's one of the books I sell. I also sell the coffin text, the complete works of the coffin text by Faulkner. You know, that's a high-end book. You know, they want it for, you know, high prices in the stores. I sell it for half of that, you know. So we also sell crystals. You know, here's a few. This is called a green calcite. You know, we also have geodes. We also have, you know, rubies. So, you know, check us out, fam. We also have artwork. We have chromatic art. These are some of the crystals, the geodes. It's called snow quartz. And a lot of people will walk past this when it's formed. It's formed like an egg. A lot of people would think it's this stone, this a rock, and kick it over. So you know what you're looking for. You open it, you got a beautiful surprise. Some snow quartz crystal. It's beautiful, family. Yeah. And we also sell artwork. You know, we sell comedic paintings, comedic pictures, you know, papyrus pictures, also paintings from artists, original paintings from different artists, you know, different black artists.
So how can we get in contact with you?
You can get in contact with me at 404-396-3429. Anytime. Oh, you can get in contact with me at 404-396-3429. Peace.
prosperity.
Thank you, family.
Well, greetings, brothers and sisters. I am Brother Kanya from the Tree of Life Bookstore of Harlem, which was founded in 1969, and we have had a special job to do. The job has been to wake up the sleeping giants. We've discovered that there's something inside of everybody that knows everything, except you don't know that you know everything. So that's been our function. And so we started in Harlem, and our problems in Harlem were that the people were dropping out of school. 80% of the people in Harlem never graduated from high school. They dropped out. And I wanted to discover why that was. And it turned out to be a very simple reason. The people of Harlem, as have most of the minorities in America, have been purposely dumbed down. And you can check it out. Go to your computer and type in the name of Charlotte Iserbyt, Iserbyt, and John Gatto, Gatto. Both of them have videos and a book talking about dumbing down the children. So the reason that has been done is because they really don't want any more Malcolm X's, any more Martin Luther Kings. They want all the black people, if they don't get wiped out, they want them to be the servants, you see. And so as a result, I have discovered that really and truly, we as African American people are really designed to be the soul of the nation. Now, if you notice that most people that are running the world, including the president and all his staff, they're all attorneys. You don't have any people. All ancient kingdoms had wise men that led the people. So that's what we want to bring in. I volunteered to be the Secretary of Inner Wisdom, and hopefully maybe Brother Obama can check that out. We have discovered 5 different challenges that we offer another position to. The first challenge is I definitely have discovered the books that cause the people of the inner cities to want to read, to love reading, because we have books containing information that something inside of you already knows, except you don't know that you know. Number 2, we've discovered the information that helps us to get off of drugs. Now, what most people don't realize is that the CIA is the major distributor of drugs in the world, so they love nothing better than to give you the drugs so that the Bloods and the Crips will kill each other. And if the Bloods and the Crips don't kill each other, then you get arrested for distributing the drugs that the CIA just gave you. Then what happens? You're on your way to jail. Right now, the prisons of America are filled with 1.5 million black men, and 3.5 million black men are in the prison system, either on parole or have a, an ankle bracelet on or something, because the purpose is really to destroy the family. And that's exactly what's happened. Because when you have 1.5 million black men in prison, 3.5 million black men in the prison system, you got 5 million sisters that are not being served. Right now, more than half of the black women in America are single mothers. More than half of the families are single families, single mother families, and you can't do anything with that. So we have actually discovered and demonstrated for 43 years how to resolve some of these problems. But the funny thing is, nobody wants to pay any attention to us. We can't get it on the media. We can't get it in the newspapers. We can't get it on the television. So I'm greatly grateful to the brothers that are making this video, because we have definitely got the answer. Now, another thing I can share with you, if you Google my name, which is Kanya McGee, Kanya, McGee, M-C-G-H-E-E, you'll get an overview of what we've been doing for the past 43 years. And we have a 2-hour video which you can pull up. Just go to youtube.com and type in my name, Kanya McGee, and you can observe the 2-hour video which we are attempting to share with you the information we've gained over the last 43 years. But let me turn you over to my good brother here, Derek, because he's got all kind of information he'd like to share.
Thanks, Doc. My name is Derek Roberson. I'm trained as an engineer, and I come to know Dr. Kanya in my metaphysical journey as I delve into the esoteric arts and explore different anthropological studies, in which includes Kung Fu and Akashic records, and come to understand all different methods of understanding who we are. The biggest problem we have is that we go without to understand who we are when you need to be going within. And once we go within, then you can understand who you are so that you can then have a community of us, you know, because otherwise we're going to be serving them. And that's not what we need to be doing at this point in life. We got a point now in society where everyone is looking to fulfill their desires by going to someone to get them to teach us, and without us even knowing who we are. You know, in order to have a understanding of where you want to go, you need to know where you've been. If you don't know where you've been, you'll never know where you're going. So my biggest thing now is understanding who you are and understanding the different contracts and different agreements that we've made, not only with the spiritual aspect of our life, but also with the so-called organizations that we participate in. We do things every day without having any conscience of what it is that we've done or what it is we're doing. All we know that we're receiving some type of benefit without even understanding the substance that supports the form in which we actually appear in. You know, we take a suit of clothes or a t-shirt and shorts, you know, we put it on, and I can't very well say that once you put that on, that's who you are, because you can take those clothing, put them on a hanger, and take it down the street and hang it on a street sign, and no one can walk up and identify you as being that, because it doesn't have the substance of who you are in it. Same thing with everything we deal with. We need to understand who we are and understand the substances behind the form. That's one of the major things that we need to try to do in life, is understanding who we are, because once you understand who you are, you understand where you need to go.
Okay. How can we get in contact with you?
Contact me through my email. My email address is lamrob33@yahoo.com.
You have anything coming up that we could probably participate in or learn from?
Well, no, I don't do a lot of, I guess, public appearances, so to say. I'm actually getting back into it. I've journeyed for a while, and I do have a lot I need to teach, and I have a desire to want to open a school. And I do have a lot to share. So as of now, no, but we could probably talk about getting together and maybe starting something.
Definitely. I like the sound of that, brother. Give thanks, prosperity to you, definitely.
All right, what's up? Hey, this is Harry Brewster, and I'm a massage therapist over here at the Ascension Temple, which is above Tassili's Raw Reality. And actually, I do massage therapy. I do some hot stones, and I've combined the hot stone with the chair massage, and it's something that I've kind of innovated, and it's been very effective. I also work upstairs at the Ascension Temple doing full table massage. Yeah, I've known Tassili for quite a while, and it's been a real cool experience watching her grow here at this location. My services has been quite interesting, the development of it, because I started out as a personal trainer, and then I decided over the years, let's say I'm a personal trainer since '93, and then I decided over time I wanted to add some other modalities that took in energy work, energy healing. And I've mixed, and so I decided, well, let me do massage therapy. So now, hot stone has been one of the key parts of my massage therapy business, or just like something that kind of called me from the very beginning. Hey, I'm really digging the effects of this. It's one of those things where I just feel like it was just part of it. It was just in the makings. It was something like I was hearing the shamans calling me saying, "Hey, you need to mix some hot stones in with your chair massage." So and massage modality. So that's basically how that came about. I've known Tarsila. I trained her years ago in the world famous run and shoot, and then she developed this raw reality, and now I'm part of this, and it's great. I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm available for sessions here at the Ascension Temple, which is upstairs. You can call me at 404-274-7012. Get on my table, get some relief from your pains, your aches, and all of that stuff, And then I'm actually adding reflexology. We're going to work with the chakras. We're going to work with the meridian points as far as acupressure, and start bringing that modality into my service also. So it's been one of those things where energy is just part of everything you do once you become aware of it, and then you just begin to develop your own style and technique with it. And that's what I've done. It's been very successful. People have just been dying for the hot stones. They love the hot stones, and I'm just giving thanks, man, because I'm just glad to be the one that's been able to provide that service, man. Yeah, it's been great. So come on over here, call me up. Again, my number's 404-274-7012, or you can ask for me upstairs or downstairs. They'll give you some information. Hey, I want to get a massage. I heard about Harry Brewster's hot stone massage here at the Ascension Temple. They'll put you in touch with me, and you can just come here and get that good healing. Okay, we're gonna definitely get you on the right track towards healing. All right, so yeah, come on over here and enjoy it. Yeah, man, the energy's happening, right? Luwap. All right, yeah, man. Peace.
Prosperity to you, big brother.
Yes. For sure. Peace.
Peace and blessings. This is King Maadel speaking to the brothers here on many different levels of cosmic I am present. Hotep, greetings, Lafia, all the beautiful greetings. Giving thanks to the Most High for this knowledge and this wisdom coming through as a messenger. I'd just like to convey a message today to all the conscious beings, whomever they may be, to receive this information. We're waiting on the mothers. And when I say we're waiting on the mothers have the power. In this time, in this fifth dimension, in this time, we're changing into a peculiar time now to shut this system down. It's more of us, it's more of them than it is us in the masculine. Okay, why? Because this was perpetuated to annihilate the masculine energy, or the soldiers, or the warriors, and the gods, as we become, to protect this order and keep it balanced. Now let me break down what I'm saying to you. Just think of it. If the mothers of this planet stop moving for one day, let alone a week or so, but one day, and just said enough is enough, what you think would happen? Okay? Oh, I know what would happen. You have a lot of the higher ups, or whoever is supposed to be running this thing, they say, the mothers really run things, but they will be saying, what's going on? But as the Willie Lynch always say, oh, but the great phenomenon. When she wakes up, it's a wrap. It's over. It's over. But we got to get our mothers and sisters and daughters to wake up. See, myself and a few other soldiers and warriors out here today, we're the survival of the fittest. Okay? It's not many of us, because the other statistics for our black man is gone to hell, really. However, it's a few of us out here to give this messenger. I'm a messenger. This ain't no glory to me as a being, Spirit is working through to give this message, to say to you, look, when the mothers shut it down, it's over for this matrix. But we must pray that they get there and help each other to get there. First, they got to heal within themselves. They got to heal with each other, and then heal the families. But the thing is, the great phenomenon is, they all looking for God outside themselves. And they already have had them come through them and looking them in the eyes. From their fathers, to their mates, to their brothers. And that's what they forgotten. When they forgotten that, that's why we in this hell that we in. Why? Because we came here to do our job to protect them. But with this plan now, or the Willie Lynch and things of that nature, we can't do it. We cannot do it. So we need help. We need them to wake up so we can put this thing to a stop. We need to put this thing to a stop. So all those who listening to this message, I bless you. And this is what King Mah has to say in this comment. And I thank you, Hotep, Odabo, and peace and blessings to all those who can hear the message. I'm out.
Thank you for your time. Prosperity to you.
Thank you.
Greetings. My name is Tracy James, and I'm the program director at Sassafras Ridge Mountain Retreat. I'm here to invite you to join us for our autumnal solstice harvest festival. What we're doing is inviting people up for an open house. It's a free all-day event where we show off our property. We have 700 acres, all owned by black people. It's about an hour and a half north of Atlanta. We're 5 minutes from the Ocoee River. We have a huge lake for fishing. We have camping, hiking. There's cabins for rent. Very reasonable, beautiful luxury cabins at reasonable rates. And the goal is to share our beautiful property with black people. It's all owned by black people. And what's special about Sassafras Ridge is that our land is situated right on a place that's legendary as a crossroads for the Underground Railroad. So when you hike our trails, it's special. And we want you to come. We want you to plan your events here, your family reunions, your Greek organization outings, your company retreats, book club retreats. We have raw food retreats. We have a reggae festival twice a year on Memorial Day and Labor Day. Every year for 14 years. We have a Juneteenth celebration that we have started. The 2013 will be our second annual Juneteenth festival. And we just want everybody to come share with us this beautiful experience. So the Autumnal Harvest Festival, Autumnal Solstice Harvest Festival, is our open house invitation for people to come up and see what's going on at Sassafras Ridge. We're going to have a guided hiking tour of our Harriet Tubman Nature Preserve. We're going to have some afternoon refreshments. We're going to have a tour of the homes that are available for rent, and you'll be able to see what is going on at Sassafras Ridge. See the beautiful grounds. We have a huge lake for fishing, and then also it's free from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. After 6 p.m., we have an after party, an old school after party at the Juke Joint. It's one of the cabins that's set up as kind of like a nightclub. It can also double as a conference center in the daytime. It's $10. It's BYOB. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead, sister.
It's BYOB. Bring your own refreshments. But it is always a good time at the Juke Joint. It is like the party house. It's a beautiful mountain cabin party house. So we just want you to come up, join us, enjoy the experience, and we'll see you there on the 22nd.
Peace and blessings. This is King Ma'at El again. I wanted to give you contact. You can contact at akingtouch@gmail.com. It's AKYNGTOUCH@gmail.com. It's my contact. I'm life coach, massage therapist, Reiki master, musician. Ashe.
My name is Ali. I am the fruit man. Brother, you see out here walk community with the coolers, the fresh fruit. The idea behind this is I'm hoping I'm making some kind of impact on the community with fresh fruit and what have you. Hoping that we are improving our health here in the community and what have you. We hear so many people complain about there are not any healthy places to eat in the community. So hopefully I'm doing something about that. I'm out in the West End or around the city, you know, every day, with the exception of Sunday, Monday. You see me, just holler at me, you know, stop, let me know you want some fruit or what have you. You can reach me at this number, 404-857-5164, you know. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. Many of you who've already supported me throughout the years. I'm very grateful for that, you know. And I hope to continue, you know, making progress in the community. Thank you once again.
Tell us your name, brother.
Brother Ali.
Brother Ali. Yes. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. I'll wait.
All right. My name is Elijah Julius Swandui Grenay. I'm a martial arts instructor. I've been instructing Muay Thai and Krav Maga for about 17 years. Background extends in sports and fitness. I teach volleyball basics and track and field basics. I've been working in that field, in the sports field, for about 14 years. My family come from a diverse background. My father's from Ethiopia. My mother's from France by way of Congo, because we all know how that all works. But I was fortunate to be born on a small island in the Caribbean called Jamaica that's about 42 miles across. The interesting about Jamaica is, unlike most of the places in the Caribbean, Jamaica is actually one of the places where, you know, it weren't slaves that were taken there and, you know, they just kind of won their independence. They actually took their independence from the Brits. They were actually marooned. They took over a slave ship and was marooned. You know, hence the name. Maroons are the first Jamaicans, you know. In the north part of Jamaica, in the area of Trelawney in the mountains, is a small settlement called Moortown. That's where the original Jamaicans are. And they'll tell you their story, you know. And one thing about the Maroons is that, you know, they wanted to know, you know, what should we call ourselves? Because, you know, one thing that we know, we all are one. And so hence our, you know, our name that we called ourselves, we as one. And so they're like, you know, we have people that's from Cameroon, we have people from Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, but what can we name ourselves? But, you know, one great chieftain, his name was General Cujo, even though a lot of people get a bad name from that term Cujo, but he was self-appointed Cujo, and he said that one thing that we know ourselves, that Jah made us. So hence the name Jamaica, Jah make us. You know, it started off as Jah make us, and it, you know, and it hybrided back to Jamaica. All right, the classes are available literally 6 days a week. There's a class schedule you can check online at choicefitness.com. It's a tire listing. That's Choice Fitness, spelled out all the way CHOICE OICEFITNESS.com. You can find our class listing. We offer Muay Thai, we offer sports training, we also fitness, even education on eating properly, on the vegan lifestyle, even the good eating lifestyle, whichever you like, or whatever your path in life takes you. And we also do conscious corners on Saturdays, where we get a group of brothers together, no matter whatever your religious background, Muslim, Jehovah's Witness, Catholic. We get together and we try to find a like landscape where we all can discuss. It's not about finding differences, it's about finding likes within that.
Greetings, everyone. This is Brother Luap coming to you live over here in front of Tassili's spot, in front of the barbershop as well. The Ascension Temple is right over here. This is where we are every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're just letting you know we got all the conscious DVDs over here. A bunch of things that you could choose from. Stuff on health, like the Qigong. Stuff on fitness, like the P90X. We have different languages you could choose from, like Chinese, Wakwe Shua, Idiar, Putonqua, you know what I'm saying? The Spanish, the Rosetta Stones, Como está todo, you know what I'm saying? Even got a little French going too from the Pimsla, Como ça va aujourd'hui, you know how we do. Anyway, just letting you know where you can find us at for the conscious DVDs and stuff like that. We have Phil Valentine's, Layla Africa, Jewel Pulcrum, Seven Circuits of the Brain, things of that nature. But mostly what I want to tell you today was, as I was putting together this DVD, I must say that I feel honored to do it. I've gotten so much information from putting this DVD together for you. The Conscious Stop DVD, that's the name of it. And in reference to doing this, the information that I've been getting, talking to other people about what I'm doing in reference with that at the same time, a lot of people told me maybe I should put that information on the DVD. So I'm like, okay, you know what, that's a good idea, very inspirational and things of that nature. Peace, brother, prosperity to you. So basically what that is I'm doing right now, I'm in the process of doing a 90-day fast. Today I'm on my 13th day. No, I'm sorry, today's my 14th day. And what that includes is 7 different things that I'm giving up for 90 days. The 7 things are cooked foods, cursing, movies, radio, no sex, no smoking, and no drinking. I usually smoke a little bit, whatever. Anyway, but I've given it all up for these 90 days. And in the process of doing that, I must say it is incredible. It's very incredible. It's inspiring. In the process of me talking to other people about what I'm doing, it seems like I've already inspired about a dozen people already to give up at least one thing for 90 days. A couple people been giving up meat for 90 days. A couple people been giving up, the radio for 90 days. If you take time out to just give up certain things, you'll see how much of a hindrance and a distraction that they are to you. For instance, this me starting my 90 days of no different things started from one of my bigger brothers telling me that I should try giving up sex for a little while. And I was like, give up sex for a little while? No way. Who wants to do that? I thought about it and I said to myself, it's only 90 days. Why don't I just try it? So I went ahead and tried it. In the process of doing it, I did it for about 6 weeks, and then I said, you know what, I want to remodify this just a little bit. So I started on September 1st, and I took away all the other 6 things as well. With the no cooked foods, that changes every 14 days. The first 14 days is strictly liquids. Second 14 days is strictly raw foods. Then back to liquids, then back to raw foods, so the 90 days is over. And let me tell you something. I feel incredible right now. I can't even fully explain everything to you what I'm feeling or put them all in words to you, but it's something that I invite you to try as a challenge. Try it for 90 days. Give something up for 90 days, whether it's meat, whether it's if you already don't eat meat, try giving up cooked foods for 90 days. Try giving up sex for 90 days. Try giving up, any addictions that you might have for 90 days. I haven't had a drink or any mind-altering substances already. And at the end of the day, you feel incredible.
All right, so let me just ask you this question.
Yes.
For the viewing audience out there.
Yes.
What have you been? You said you haven't been eating any cooked food of it. So I wanted to know if you could show us what you have been drinking as a liquid.
Most definitely. I've been drinking a variety of things. Right here in this container, we have a mixture of what I call, actually it's called like a lemon ginger blast. I got this from YouTube. I just added a couple of things to it. I added some okra that I got from the Wayne's Nest Farmers Market across the street. It's great. I added the okra. Basically it has lemons, ginger, kale, arugula, apples, ginger. Like I said, I put the okra in here. I put some bell peppers in here. It has habanero, part of my pronunciation, and celery, parsley, and cilantro.
Great amount of vegetables in there.
Yes.
To give you all your vitamins and minerals.
Whew.
Like
A complete meal, yes.
out of that drink, and that's basically that.
It'll last me a couple of hours, but the thing is, that's not the only thing that I came with. Like, I came with another drink already. I finished it for the day. And then I have another drink in here, my favorite, the watermelon. I'm saving this for later, And then, of course, I stay with a whole gang of waters that I'm constantly drinking. In the morning, I start my day off with some water and some tea. Today I had some African red bush tea. Very good, very good. I mixed it with a little bit of agave, not too much. And I'm telling you, a lot of people tell me I look different already. I haven't noticed it yet. People tell me I'm looking very more healthier, and I couldn't even imagine that, whatever.
A lot of people get worried about, are they going to lose their energy when they're not eating food? So, I'm thinking, I think I already know the answer to this, but how has your energy level been since you've been just on this liquid?
Okay, like you said, brother, a lot of people think they're gonna lose energy, they're gonna lose weight, they're gonna die, stuff like that. This has been my longest fast ever. I've only fasted in the past for 5 days. Today, like I said, makes day 14. I haven't eaten anything for 14 days. And brother, I feel great. My energy level is beyond what I see other people's. For instance, yesterday was probably my lowest energy day. I only had about 3 hours of sleep. I had to do soccer for about 5 hours in the blazing sun. And after that, I came here. I felt a little bit drained. However, everybody that came through here that needed a hand moving anything, I got up and helped them immediately. Peace, brothers. How you doing today? All right, all right. And basically, the energy level, it has not affected it. If anything, it's making the energy level skyrocket. So, once again, I invite anyone to give it a try. 90 days of giving up something, whatever it is. Another part of this, what I had to do was get rid of a lot of people's phone numbers in my phone book, so that way that would not be a distraction for me. Right now, I'm trying to make things happen in my life that I've never done before, so I got to do stuff in my life that I've never done before. 90-day fast.
You can do a 90-day of giving up some people that have been like low energy.
Yes. You might be around people that are constantly sucking your energy from you, or people that are just talk, or people, that are just not fueling where you're trying to go, what you're trying to accomplish. So once again, my suggestion to you is to try it. Try giving something up for 90 days that you think can help you get to a goal that you want to accomplish. There it is, live and direct, Brother Luap from the porch in front of Tassili's spot, the barbershop and Ascension Temple. Once again, Conscious Stop DVD. Get you a t-shirt, my brothers. Thank you very much. Prosperity to you.
Okay, my name is Gregory Odom. Our farm is in Montezuma, Georgia, but I live here in Covington, Georgia. We got a 51-acre vegetable farm in Montezuma, Georgia. At this time of the year, which is getting ready to be the fall, we're still doing the fresh okra. We have a few tomatoes, all types of hot peppers, the cayenne, bananas, jalapenos, bell peppers. We're doing all types of greens, which is the collards, a couple types of turnips, which would be a white root turnip and a purple top turnip. The white root turnip is a naturally sweet turnip as opposed to the purple top. We do the slick mustard, the curly mustard, the rutabaga turnip green, which is a fresh rutabaga, and we do the fresh kale. And also doing the winter months, which I don't do at the farm, but we will be doing all of the fruits as far as oranges and apples that are coming in fresh from North Georgia and places around the state. So, and corn will be still a little corn, but it will be like a Florida corn, that type of corn. But we welcome anyone to come visit the farm down in Montezuma. It's 51 acres. It's a lot to do. The family is friendly, and you can eat at the vineyards while you're there. So that's about the details of our farm. Thanks a lot. All right.
Thanks, big brother.
Okay. All right.
My name is Yolanda Chavies. I represent For the Soul. For the Soul is a Caribbean Latin soul catering company. We do catering and craft services for productions and also catering events. You can find me at For the Soul on Facebook or at For the Soul on Twitter. We're usually out at Atwood on Thursdays, serving food and selling our fresh vegetables from our garden that we do have in College Park. So a lot of our food is made with fresh ingredients, and it's organic. Come check us out on Thursdays at Atwood at 779 Atwood Street, Atlanta, Georgia.
How long have you been doing this?
I have been doing this for 20 years.
Let me ask you, what would you say to somebody who's thinking about doing what you do later on in the future? Like, what kind of insight would you give them?
Insight I would give on someone doing what I have been doing is a lot of hard work. I didn't start off on this path. I went to college for 4 years, got my degree, did that, but still realized that this was what I wanted to do. So I took a chance and quit my job, came to Atlanta, and this is what I've been doing ever since, making my way. The greatest thing that I like about what I do is the people's expressions or what they might say after they eat my food. That's the biggest gratification for me. That's what I get out of all of this, is the joy for the other people.
Thanks for your time and prosperity to you.
Thank you, and peace.
Peace, what it do? Peace, what it do? What it do? Yeah, Rashid King Kong Louie. And right here you have Lakeim alkaline water. And just to let you guys know what's going on as far as health and nutrition is concerned, you want to keep alkaline in your body. 95% of the drinks that you buy, and as well as waters out of the supermarket, all acidic base. And as you can see right here on this chart, an acidic base body is prone to develop and nurture microorganisms, cancer-causing agents, and things of that nature. So you want to take your body from an acidic state and put them in the realm of an alkaline state. And what alkaline does is it basically kills and destroys all microorganisms, cancer-causing agents, and things of that nature. So what we have is people that come here with post-cancer conditions, no longer taking their medications for cancer because alkaline water is killing and eradicating all of these microorganisms within their body that an acid-prone body used to house. And it's good for arthritis, high blood pressure, diabetes, and whatever else, is bothering you at that time. And so as future entrepreneurs, which we all are, what I would like to say is that any business idea that you have that you would like to propel into tomorrow's time should be basically based on a paradigm shift. And when I talk about paradigm, I'm meaning the change of things from health conditions to financial institutions, theologies, and things of that nature. So Instead of just wearing any type of t-shirt made out of polyester or any type of blend, you might want to deal with a biodegradable t-shirt that the earth can consume, because that's where we're going in these great times. And water is the key. Definitely water is the key. And a lot of people don't realize that water is the key, but we're here to save lives today. So if there's any questions that you need to ask, basically you could give us a call. And we're right here at L'Chaim, Choose Life, of course. Michael Harris. Peace, Mikael, what's going on? You know my man Juice, and he's basically the founder of all of this, and I just manage the aspects here at the shop while we put on our corporate face and take things to the next level. Peace, Samurai, what's going on with it, do? Yeah, and this is how it goes on. So if you want to reach us, you can reach us at www.youtube.com/JuicePro33, or you could give my man Mikael a call at 770-572-5315. And remember, I'm the King Kong Louis Don with the Grown Man Movement. Eddie Sinatra in the building, Brooklyn in effect, California in effect, DC in effect, and beyond. And that's what we do, and that's how we do, and that's how we stay wise, keep your face in the books, and build.